there, my friends. Thank you for coming back to Calmer in 5. I am your host, Tom Walters, and it is my job, my duty, my passion to help you understand how to become calmer 5 minutes at a time. Yesterday, I made reference to mindfulness, and I told you that today I'd give you 2 mindfulness exercises to bring you into this present moment. So that's what we're going to talk about today. As a quick reminder, when we stress, what are we thinking about? Obviously, there's not one thing, but there is one thing in common. For most everybody, they're either thinking about something that they have yet to do, something in the future, worried about something in the future, or they're thinking about something from the past, something that they've done or somebody else has done to them that really hasn't been optimal either. But if we want to become calmer, this moment right here, right now, is the calmest. And that is the very nature and heart of mindfulness, bringing our attention fully to this moment. The good news is, it doesn't take a lot. It's a small shift, if you think about it. So let me get into those exercises right now. The first one, really simple. And I'll be very transparent to say that it came from my walk today, this morning. Depending on what's on my mind, there are 3 different paths that I can take on my walk. One's a long loop, one's a shorter loop, and one's kind of a 2/3 loop. But I took the long one today. But one of the things I wanted to do in regards to my walk is determine how many steps I take in that walk. So, of course, everything's being tracked. I've got an app on my phone, I've got my Apple Watch, but I just wanted to find out what 100 steps was, what the distance was for 100 steps. So, I started, and I just counted my steps. One thing I noticed as I was doing that was the very thing we're talking about today. I was becoming mindful. I wasn't thinking about the things I was thinking about before I decided to count my steps, and I wasn't thinking about anything in the past either. I was fully in that moment. That counting grounded me in the present moment. And I would imagine it would do the same for you as well. As I mentioned earlier, it's easy to do. The next time you take your car out to go somewhere, the bank, the store, anywhere, park as far away from the building as you can. And in that time, you can simply count your steps to the front door. Now, so this doesn't become boring, you can park at different spots in the lot. Obviously, it's going to depend on where you are, but if you're at a mall or a grocery store, just pick spots each day, different spots each day, and count. So that's the first exercise. The second one is a little contingent upon weather, kinda. And it too came from my walk and my meditation today. I got done meditating, and I'm on my way into the woods to head on home. I was thinking about the things I needed to do once I got home. But as I got closer and closer to the woods, and I was looking around, like, wow, this is really beautiful. But I kept walking. And then I hear Bart in my head saying, if it's so beautiful, then just stop. And I did. Now here's the cool thing. It was a pretty warm and muggy day. But at that particular moment, the breeze had kicked up. And I was feeling it all over. And that's the second exercise I want to talk about today. At some point, simply stop and bring your attention fully to your body. In regards to my example today, I was feeling the wind. I had shorts on, t-shirt, but the wind was coming from all different directions. And I've talked about this before, I know I have, but it's a great reminder. It's a great way to become mindful. As I was standing there looking around, stopped, I brought my attention fully to my body, just like I'm talking about, and I felt the wind on my skin. I felt how fast it was. I felt how cool it was. I felt how it interacted with different parts of my body that were unclothed, like my arms and my legs. I then looked up at a tree, and it was, of course, blowing in the wind. It was a big tree. I said, hey, look at us, just dancing in the breeze, right? Admittedly, you make it look a lot more graceful than I do. Tangent aside, getting back to what I was talking about, if it's not windy out, no worries. You can use whatever weather is present. If it's sunny, where do you feel it on your body, on your face? Where is the sun? Where's it coming from? And that's one thing with the wind as well. I tried to rationalize where it was coming from as to how I was feeling it on my body. Same is true for a light rain, a heavy rain. Just feel it. In those moments, you can use your body as a conduit for becoming mindful. Bring your attention fully to the senses on your body at that time. The most difficult thing about mindfulness is the trigger for you to become mindful. Once our day starts, it seems like many people just keep going and going and going until they're back in bed. But you can stop at any time. You can become mindful at any time. All it takes is intention, of course. So, my friends, you go think about the things I talked about today. Know that I'll be back here tomorrow with another episode of Calmer in 5 and another episode of Zen Commuter in the morning. But for right now, this is Tom Walters for Calmer in 5 signing off, saying make the rest of your day amazing, sleep tight, and you guessed it, sweet dreams.